All right, here's my attempt at trying to make a video to help me sell this horse. I've had him out on the internet, and people kept asking me, what's he like? And I say, come and look at him. So they always say they're busy. They want to know more about him, so I thought I'd just put this GoPro on that I got for Christmas. Put my boots on, and this is one take. I didn't go rehearse this. I put my boots on, and then I thought I'd just go out and show you this horse. His name is CC. He's about 16 years old, 15 hands. A friend of mine owns him and wants to sell him. Had a couple of horses, so they're both out there. Anyway, I'm going to get a lead rope. I don't even see him back there. He's back there somewhere. Anyway, I just thought I'd do the whole thing, just as if you came to my house and said, show me your horse. So I'm walking over to him at the gate, and there's the gray horse. His name is Silky. And CC, I can see him way back there. All the way on the other side of the pasture. But one thing I like about these horses is they like to work. They're very friendly. So he's coming on over, and I'm just going to wait for him. But he lived on a ranch out in West Texas. The guy that owns him bought him about 5 years ago. Thought he was going to do a bunch of riding with his family, and he didn't. And until I went and got him about 2 or 3 months ago, he had only been ridden maybe a dozen times in 5 years. So he's pretty fresh, but I've ridden him maybe 10 times, and he got pretty easy going very fast. He was no trouble. Didn't start any. He was harder to catch than this. Now he's easy to catch, but never done any bucking or biting, kicking or anything crazy. Just needed a tune-up, and he still needs a tune-up. But, yeah, because he didn't follow me very well. Like I said, I'm just going to do this in one take. I didn't do any edits or cuts to say, well, that didn't work, try again. So I stopped, and he didn't stop. He wants to go check out some green grass, but I'll get his head up and walk him over to the trailer. Get him tied, put a saddle on him. Well, he's looking around. He's wanting to know where his buddy is. That's the worst part of catching one horse when you got two of them. The other one wants to go with. So anyway, tie him with my quick little bank robber's knot. Check out his back. Pretty clean on that side. That little white spot is a blanket rub from way back when he was a ranch horse. Whoever trained him worked him on a ranch, and he was roping horse and ranch horse. So anyway, he's got some mud on him, so I'm going to brush that off a little bit. I haven't been on him at this point. He probably hadn't been ridden in a week. I showed him to a little girl, but she was a little bit too small for him. And so I just thought I'd make a video. I've had a couple people on my ad say, hey, I want to see more pictures, things like that. Go grab me a saddle. I was going to put my saddle on it, but it's got a horn bag and a bunch of water bottles, so. Oh, now he's saying, well, what do you know with that saddle? So I'm going to show him, let him smell it a little bit. There you go, buddy. Just a saddle. You ride him once a week or so, and he'll stop doing that. Looks like it's the right length, so let me go cinch that up. Oh, there he goes moving. Now he's got him a spot where he'll stand still. Flip the stirrup out of the way. Hit a buckle, and then I kind of showed his face when I cinched it up tight. He didn't pin his ears at me, didn't complain. As I thought I did, yeah. I'm pulling him real tight now. He's not complaining. There you go, one notch. And go grab me a bridle, and I'll just pick one of them. Excuse me, I don't have a bridle for him. Looks like I say it's not my horse. and he's going to complain a little bit. Then I'll get it up on his head, and then once I go to stick in his mouth, he generally opens up, gives me his mouth. He doesn't fuss at me too much, but I did fiddle with the bridle for a while because I thought it was a little loose. And then I tightened it a notch, and then I thought, no, it's too tight. So I backed it off, but like I say, it's not his bit, and he's chomping at it a little bit, but not much. Now he's just smelling something. So I'm going to tell him, get your head up. Quit messing around. Now he's stepped on his rope, but he didn't panic. He just stepped on it, and I just push him out of the way, and then he gets up. So I think here I check to see, and it feels kind of loose. I look at it in his mouth and check the other side, and then I just kind of let him stand there for a second, get used to the bit. He's not complaining too much. He's kind of wanting to put his head down and look at something, but so I think I pulled it up a notch, and then I decided, no, that was a little tight. Yep, more than 2 smiles. He was fussing, so I think I brought it back down once I got him to stand still. There we go. So then I'm not much for doing a bunch of warming up, but there you go. I let him go. Show you, he'll stand still. He's not going to wander off. Oh, now he starts to. So I tell him to wait. He wants to go back to his buddy. Now I'm going to see if I can get him to follow me around, so I've let go of him. I'm just walking with him, trying to get him to follow as I move. He's doing pretty good till he gets to the point where he wants to go see his buddy. But I think someone spent a lot of time groundworking him at some point in his life. And he remembers it, but I didn't do a bunch of it. Like I said, I haven't worked with him a lot other than just get on him and ride him. He yields to pressure real well. There, I've let go of him again. I'm trying to get him to pay attention to me and not his gray buddy. So anyway, we'll go over the gate, or at least close to it. I think I got on him before so I could see how he did with opening gates, which I have done once before. There's his gray buddy. Get that out of the way. I have opened the gate with him once, so I know he'll do it. So get my toe in there, grab me a piece of mane and climb on up. And he took a couple of steps. I had to pull him back. He wants to go to the gate. You got to get him used to that. So I'm going to walk him over kind of by his buddy. So I kind of can see where I'm neck reining. I'm having to push him a little bit. He's not highly tuned up, but he's willing. He don't fight it. He don't complain about it. So I get him over here, pull him up next to the gate, side pass him a little bit. I did kind of have to tug on him a little hard right there to get his nose around, but once I was in, he pulled around, got me right up against the gate where I could shut it, except I didn't get it all the way. There we go. All right, now I'm just going to take him, walk him across the pasture. I tried to show you how loose the rein was, but then I don't think I had my head tipped down very well. He's kind of wanting to go back to the hay bale. But I rode him here for, 5 minutes? You can see on the clock, he got better and better as I went. And like I say, it's just because he has not been ridden much at all. So I'm walking him over where some green is, because I know he'll get distracted, then I'll get him undistracted. And he's willing to head back. There's his gray buddy. So I just totally dropped the reins, and he starts walking. I stop him, and he stops. I'll take him and go the other direction a little bit. He's a little bit distracted, but he's still paying attention to me. So now I'm directional row. I'm backing him up. There you go. Fingertip. I was trying to show you where I'm not really pulling on him that hard. And he's not ready for the rodeo or anything, but he has got a pretty good handle considering he hasn't been ridden much. He's very willing. He likes people. He's not a hard head. I wouldn't call him a little kid's horse, because he does go when you tell him to go. So I'm going to walk him over here, just do a little neck reining, and then when I go around this boulder, I'm going to do something kind of stupid, but I hadn't tried it on him before, but I thought, what the heck? I'm going to take his bridle off, and I just give him control with just the rein, so I pull him to a stop, and then, like I said, this is not 2 takes, this is the first time I actually used this GoPro camera, so I just unhook him. And then I made another mistake. Instead of pulling that around, I just kind of laid that bit part, which didn't give him much control. And then, so he starts walking, and I'm turning him, but I can't get him to stop. So he kind of takes me into the tree, and then he stops. And then I realized, oh yeah, I didn't kick my feet forward. So I kick my feet forward and start kicking, and then he starts backing up. And then I rearranged the bit a little bit where I can get a little bit of pressure on his neck. He backs up, goes around for me, and I think at some point I show you how I kick my feet forward, and that's his brakes. Like I said, I don't own this horse, so I don't know him real well, but I learned something right here. There you go. See, you kick your feet forward, he stops. So now I get smart, and I wrap this thing around where I can actually get a handle and move the reins around on his neck a little bit. And he is just standing like a soldier, being really good. So I just lead him around on his neck, and then I think I tried to get him to stop again, and this time doing it correctly, kicking my feet forward. There you go, and he comes straight on to a stop with no pressure on his mouth, just a rope around his neck. And like I say, I promise you, this is the first time I've done this on this horse. Somebody has done it plenty, because he is a very, very nice horse. So I think I pretty well just walk him over here and get off. Oh, no, I don't. That's right. I take him to the gate. I open the gate without a bit in his mouth. There you go. I practice my stop again. You always want to make sure you can stop. Now he's getting distracted, but I'm telling him, come on, we got more work to do. So I put that rein up around his neck, no bit in his mouth. Now I'm backing him up. That's why I'm kicking him. I'm kicking my feet forward, and I wasn't quite sure on the command, but he did it. He didn't do it well. But like I say, not my horse. Don't know him real well, but I feet forward and I tapped him with my heels, and he backed up a little bit. So I'm going to pull him up on the gate, open the gate, and this didn't work nearly as well as I had hoped. Well, my fault. Couldn't get the gate open. But anyway, got it open. He didn't, and I had the neck on his shoulders, and so I didn't get a very good stop. And then I couldn't side pass him very well. Fortunately, the gray horse was not over there. But then I finally got my feet forward, got the gate shut. I guess I must have shut it. I think I just slammed it. And then, let's see, then, once I get off of him, I spook him. And I'm hoping it shows up on the video. I hadn't watched this. But drop the reins on his head and just kind of hop off. I should have got off on the wrong side. I didn't think about it. Anyway, I just let him stand there for a minute, staring at me, and then I don't know if it'll show up, but once I walk away from him, I throw my hands up and stomp real hard to see what he does when I spook him. Sorry about that. I'm not going to redo this whole thing. There you go. See, you can't see my hands, but the reason he jumped back was because I just stomped and threw my hands forward. And I'm going to do it one more time. And that's the extent of his spook right there. He just kind of jumped backwards, and I came up, put my hands on him, and he was happy again. So anyway, this is where I turned it off. Thank you very much.